Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets, a channel for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we looked at MMTLP and the focus was on some important legal updates, and in today's video we're going to be following on and looking at some new revelations with regard to FINRA for MMTLP, and we're also going to be doing some updates on ticker symbol GNS and MULN with some positive news to come. And before we make a start, let's have a look at the markets, and the headline here from Market Watch, we can see the S&P 500 is rising sharply, Nasdaq is erasing the weekly losses, and from Netflix and Alphabet point of view, the results and earnings are showing very positive outcomes there. So in terms of the overall stock market, Dow Jones index right now at time of editing is up 0.92%. S&P 500 is up 1.75%, which is very healthy. So what's overall driving the market? So we can see here the markets obviously are showing some strength ahead of the Federal Reserve's policy early in February. And obviously we have seen that previously the S&P 500 has been struggling, but if we have a look at the overall heat map here, I think what is interesting here is Google up in excess of 5%, Tesla's also doing exceptionally well, and Amazon up in excess of 3.2%. So overall, great day for the market. I'm going to start by having a look at ticker symbol GNS. This is a stock that was called prior to trading on the Monday, when it was trading around about 50 cents in the Discord, and this was in our exclusive weekly watch list. So this is a post I shared earlier today with regard to GNS and also tagging in MMTLP. So in terms of the stock, we can see currently at time of editing it was trading around about $4. I think it has come back from that right now, but in terms of the good news, we have Roger Hamilton, obviously the CEO of GNS, and we know there was also an interview with Charles Payne, who shared a very important tweet. And I'm going to give a shout out again to Roger James Hamilton for this tweet here with regard to a video that I've just watched. I'm also going to summarize for you shortly, and it states here on his post, in his video he's looking at the battle plan from John Brda's point of view, where we looked at trading of TRCH from 30 cents to around about $11 in 6 months, growing the share price in excess of 3,600%, raising $183 million and closing on the $1.9 billion merger with MMAT. So what I've now done here is summarize 10 important points, including some new revelations from FINRA, which we're going to have a look at here. So I'm going to start by having a look at number one from the video, the key points that we picked up. And that was a very important thing I think we probably lost a little bit of focus on, but in terms of the IRS, I think they need to be aware that do naked shorts, people who use naked shorts, make profit, are they paying tax? Obviously we need clarification. This is something that needs to be looked at, and this is something that certainly the IRS needs to investigate. So it is in the interest of the economy, it is in the interest of the government, and it is also in the interest of honest retails, but it's not in the interest of hedge funds. Number two, John Brda also stated with regard to MMTLP now that he first initially found out this when the broker called him and said it was trading on the OTC, and at that time when he got the call, the valuation was around about $6 million, so he was completely unaware of this, and the appearance of MMTLP was news to him, just like it was news to us, which also explains why there was some silence, because nobody knew what the hell was going on. Number three, in terms of the information, after having a look at it, what John stated here, that obviously he could see that all the information was fraudulent. A lot of it was used from 2012, including the address, FINRA approved. FINRA were informed that this was fraudulently created, but FINRA refused to remove. So I think this is very important, and FINRA need to be held accountable for this. They need to respond with some answers. Why were they allowing a tick symbol to be used with fraudulent information from 2012, and why did they refuse to act on the message from John Brda, who clearly obviously was used in these fraudulent details? So very, very important questions there, but they were not answered. So obviously we now know also that there were two market makers alleged to be behind this. They did find a loophole. The loophole wasn't actually identified, but definitely was a loophole. And then number 5, we can see one of the reasons why they probably created this, because obviously there were trap shorts in previous merger, and from that merger TRCH, those trap shorts they were supposed to cover. But what actually happened, obviously they got greedy and they continued to short, but they didn't cover. Number 6, moving on to more recent revelations with regard to FINRA. So we know that FINRA halted the last 2 trading days, but also what John also stated here, they were given 60 days notice of all the dates. They were also told that there is no ex-dividend date, as there is no dividend. So remember, we were not receiving a dividend. What we were receiving is 1-for-1 share distribution. So 1 MMTLP for 1 NextBridge Hydrocarbons. So FINRA knew this, so it looks like FINRA were the ones that were being confused, thinking that it is a dividend when it was not a dividend. It was a 1-for-1 share distribution for OTC stock in exchange for 1 share of private company by the name of NextBridge Hydrocarbons. So obviously FINRA were confused. Number 7, as well as FINRA, the DTCC also did not agree with the last 2 trading days and would not send, and stated they would not send any notice to the broker dealer. So it looks like, this is my opinion now, they were aware of all the data, they were aware of all the failed to delivers, they were aware of the synthetics, and they were aware of all the naked shorting, and they were aware of all the excessive millions and millions of shorts out there. And probably they were aware of the huge billions and billions and dollars worth of cost to these hedge funds, and that was something they had decided to stop. So what also, this is I think a very, very important revelation that I picked up from this video, and that was John stated there was a meeting, it was scheduled, so the DTCC, John Brda was there as well, and FINRA were expected, but FINRA did not show up. So FINRA did not say why they showed up, why they did not show up, and they did not give a reason. They did not show up. Now, is that professionalism? No. Is that something that you would expect from a publicly funded tax-paying publicly funded from the taxpayer organization, for just to not turn up to an agreed meeting? Very, very unprofessional. We need answers. So and again, this was something that I was not aware of, but now this has come to light. So obviously we know then, after that absence of FINRA from that meeting, FINRA then decided to issue a U3 halt without negotiation, without explanation, without attending the meeting. So I think initially FINRA were thinking, we'll attend the meeting, we'll go in there, we'll explain our reasons, but then they panicked and they thought, hold on a minute, if we explain why we're having this U3 halt face-to-face with the DTCC, with John Brda and the representatives of the company, we're going to land ourselves in it. Let's just play dumb, plead the fifth, get out, don't turn up, don't say why. And finally, the other important point that I think I've picked up here is NextBridge Hydrocarbons right now is a private company, but they don't know who the shareholders are. They want to take a vote. What are they going to do? They want to make a decision. What they're going to do, if they want to make a decision about anything and they need shareholder votes, they don't know who the shareholders are. So FINRA need to act very, very quickly because this is going to be a problem, and the problem has not been resolved. Final stock I want to look at is ticker symbol MULN, Mullen Automotive. So I'm going to share with you a tweet here with regard to MULN. So if you have a look at the chart there was a very, very significant spike where it was trading just above 26 cents. And we saw an increase in excess of 17%. I think right now it's still trading, but it has come down a little bit. but still trading around about the 30-cent mark. So what was the reason and why is this happening? So there was something that we picked up on, and if we go to the change.org website, we can see important headline here: Mullen has now joined the fight against illegal trading. They've currently received 2,715 signatures from a target of 5,000. So this is great news, and please go ahead and add this signature. But further down on this website, we can see here David Mitchell, CEO of Mullen. We, the shareholders, respectively request you to join the Genius Group in the below described action against illegal trading that is damaging our investment. So damaging my investment, your investment if you're in MULN, and it's but it's lining the pockets of the hedge funds. So this illegal trading is driving down emerging companies, American companies that in the future could become the Teslas of the world. Currently trading around about 30 cents and being destroyed by the hedge funds. I finally like to finish off by giving a shout out to our weekly watch list. So prior to trading on the Monday, you can see here a couple of the stocks that we called out, ticker symbol GROM. Again, that's been doing quite well in the week. We also called out GNS. As you know, when we called it out, it was trading around about 50 cents. We've just seen it go well in excess of $4 today, so congratulations to everybody who made profits in that. I'm aware a number of people did make significant profits in that. So using Fintel data, what I also looked at is ticker symbol APPN, and this was a stock that I called with regard to very, very significant insider buy. So again, this was shared in our DD channel and also in our weekly watch list. So, and again, this is something that is doing exceptionally well. We also predicted continuation of Bitcoin momentum. We know that Bitcoin is now currently at time of editing well in excess of 21,000, could be heading towards 22,000, and the stock that benefits significantly from that is MARA. So again, congratulations to everybody who got in MARA. And finally, if you'd like to get the next copy of the weekly watch list as well as our daily stock alerts, you can certainly join us for less than $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.